Hello and welcome to Chatty Nails. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial so that you'll have an idea of how to use the decals. And let's go over the supplies that you'll need. This is also on the instructions page. A bowl of water, one of your flat brushes, and these are really inexpensive brushes from the art supply store, just a couple of dollars. A stylus just to put some polish on after we've done our decal, and a pair of scissors. Any size is good, but smaller the better, easier to work with. A napkin, and I already have a pre-polished tip here just so we can move quickly with the tutorial. So you would already polish your nails, have them ready to go, and if you're using regular polish, they'll need to be completely dry. But if not, and you're using gel polish, which I have here, it's quick and easy if you have a UV lamp. But if you don't and you want to just use regular polish, that's fine. I've got a few here. This is Wet n Wild and some other little striping polishes. And none of these polishes have to be expensive brands or anything like that. And of course we have our decals, which you should have already purchased. And one thing I want you to know so that this helps you out, there's a little chattynails.com, and that's actually a decal, and I put that there so that you have something to practice with first, so you don't have to use your decals before you get started and haven't learned how to put them on. So the first thing we'll do is cut one of our decals out. I already have one that I trimmed out, and these are a transparent background, so you don't have to worry about cutting close to the edge or getting it perfect. Just cut it out and just make sure you don't cut out a image of another that you're not ready to use. So just be careful as far as that goes. So all we do is drop it into the water, and make sure if there's a plastic film that came with your decals that you peel that off first and you don't drop it in with the plastic. Otherwise it's going to make it almost impossible. So drop this in and just make sure it's submerged under the water, and make sure it stays face up, and just let it sit for maybe 15 or 20 seconds. And you don't have to fool with it because you don't want it to slide off into the water. So just let it sit and then check it after a few seconds. Okay, so let's go ahead and test it out and see if it's ready. And just take your brush and scoop it out of the water. And you can see that it's starting to slide around on the paper. That means it's ready. So one thing I like to do first is put a little water on the tip, and it just helps the decal slide around easier when you're positioning it. So what we'll do is just slide it right onto the nail, just like that. You can see it's sitting there on top of the nail, and just position it with your brush where you want it to be. And if you're going to add anything else to the nail, like maybe some diamond crystals or other polish, just leave a little space for that as far as your positioning on the tip. But if not, just find a perfect center and use your brush to just smooth it out. And the decals are pretty sturdy, but you still don't want to brush it unnecessarily. And if you have any corners or little spaces that are lifting up, we'll deal with that later, but it'll require some polish. But just work around the edges and get them as smooth as you can. And everybody's nail bed is a different shape, so that kind of determines, you know, how well it lays down, but shouldn't be an issue. So we'll just wipe the excess water off with the brush, pat it dry, paper towel, and ready to go with some polish on top. Now, if you want to add some other colors, it's up to you if you want to put them on first and let them dry before you put your clear coat on, or you can do it after and then put your clear coat on top of that. But what I'll do is a few extra colors around the edge just to give you a little idea of what you can do. These I did a few days ago. It's a whole set, and I added a few extra elements just to enhance the look, but you don't have to. You can use the decals by themselves. It's just a matter of preference if you want to add anything extra or not. So I think this pink will be nice. It'll stand out. And like I said, you don't need expensive tools, supplies, polish, or anything. This is simple. Paper towel, some brushes, and inexpensive polish, and your amazing decals. So I might put a few dots around the edge. Like that. And being that this is regular polish, we'll have to let it sit and dry. But what I'll do is add a gel top coat on so that I don't have to wait as long. Now for the purpose of this video and time, I'm just going to polish over the decal and miss the little dots that I just put on because it's regular polish. It's going to take too long to dry. So as I said before, if you have some little places that have lifted up, just slide your brush right under the decal, right around those edges, pretty much like adding glue, and then brush over the top of it. Smooth it out. You may have to go in a different direction to smooth it. See a little spot there, and I'm going to smooth that out the same way. And the decals are different sizes, and everyone doesn't have the same length nail. So you can trim off whatever you don't feel is going to fit on your nail before you get started, or can slide it to the edge and trim off whatever's not working if it's a little too much. But that's that. We've polished it, and of course with gel polish you have to cure it, but if you're using regular polish you just let it air dry. So we're going to cure this now. Okay, so now that we've cured it, you just take a little alcohol on a paper towel and just wipe off the little gooey residue that tends to be on there after. Make sure it's smooth. And that's it. You have a nice high shine and you're done. That's all it takes. Thank you so much for watching and shopping Chatty Nails.